Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm at the NFA spring meeting at the Hyatt Regency in Lake Tahoe, and I'm with Ian Newton. Hello, Ian. How you doing?
Good morning, Kemp.
You know, we came out here to ski, and the West is having such a heat wave. I guess it's changed some of the activity plans, hasn't it?
It has changed some of the activities. Can't control the weather.
Also should mention that people flying through Atlanta yesterday had 4 and 5 hours wait. Some people didn't even make it, right?
There was a lot of delays on there, yes. Some of them didn't quite make it as early as they thought they would, but it looks like everybody got here, though.
All right, spring meeting. You've now met with the board and also a full-day membership meeting. Tell us how your members are doing.
Overall, the consensus I got is everybody's positive. For the last few years, we've gone from freight concerns to tariffs and now the oil situation, with price increases. So it seems like we get thrown a curveball every 18 months, 1 year in between. So I think we're trying to dodge all those things and navigate that. But overall, I think everybody was pretty bullish on the economy and what the future is of flooring.
And the people I'm talking to, we're hearing the consumer is still in a wait-and-see mode, not a lot of store traffic. You're president of the NFA. You're also general manager of Flooring 101. What kind of store traffic are you seeing there?
Definitely the store traffic is a little bit slower, but we're seeing an uptick in higher quality goods. We're selling more high-end merchandise. I also seeing an uptick in soft surface, too. A lot more carpet being sold, more higher-end carpet. So bullish on that.
I was talking to Larry Flick last night with the floor store in San Francisco, and he was telling me that his wood business is really strong. Are you seeing some good wood business?
We are definitely seeing on the higher end wood. The lower end wood market was totally cannibalized by the LVT, but the high end wood market is definitely strong.
So just talking membership, you have 39 members right now, is that right?
We have 40 members right now.
Thornton's in South Dakota came in, they're members now. Mullineaux changed hands in Pittsburgh, and so you're entertaining the new owner, Todd Duffy, right?
That is correct, yes. Mullineaux changed hands last year. When that event takes place, obviously they're not members anymore. So we brought Todd in. We did a site visit earlier on in the year to visit his stores and his leadership team, and were impressed with that. And so we invited Todd to come as a prospective member for the NFA. And so far he seems to be fitting in really well.
And he was actually the guy who was running the cruise for Pat Mullineaux, so he actually knows the business real well, right?
He knows it really well and has an eye to run the business. I think he's going to make a few changes to improve it and tweak it, and he wants to grow. He wants to grow his business, so he's totally dedicated to the flooring, which I was impressed with. And he also was very engaged at the meeting yesterday. For somebody that's a prospective member, usually a little bit more reserved and laid back, but he was fully engaged. I was pleasantly surprised.
You had some breakouts at the membership meeting yesterday. One was on AI and one was on marketing. Can you give me some highlights from that?
Yeah, definitely. The AI presentation, was hosted by David Chambers, Nebraska Furniture Mart, and Sam Locker with AJ Rose. And they really focused on how we could get more out of AI and how they're using it to better their own internal businesses, and also how they better use it for their own productivity of what they do day to day. They were able to share some of those insights, with the group, and it was really good.
It's March now, and I've gone to several buying group meetings, and anytime somebody hosts a meeting and says we're going to talk about AI, it's standing room only, so it's a big topic, isn't it?
It is definitely a big topic right now, and it's changing a lot of things in all aspects of industry. So, and I think it's changing probably faster than we know it.
All right, how about on marketing? I know that last time I spoke with you, you were telling me you're still doing traditional advertising and it's paying off. Had dinner last night with Larry Flick. He's doing traditional, it's paying off. So what were they talking about in the breakout?
The marketing advertising breakout was hosted by Penny Canano with Grigsby's and Jessica with Floor Trends. They really was more of an idea sharing, what groups doing, what different advertising avenues they're doing. A lot of idea share, a lot of engagement on that. So the board will process a lot of that feedback and get it out to the group. Overall, I think everybody's keeping the advertising going, with a lot of people obviously changing it now. I think that together with marketing and AI is really one component now, because the way the consumer is finding retail stores and businesses now is through AI search. And I think we have to be aware of how we market in our companies to better suit that revenue of customer stream.
Well, it's AI search, but it's still also coming in through running short ads on the news, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We still do traditional TV ad. We still do direct mail. A little bit of print ad, not too much on that, but mostly SEO marketing. I think there's going to be a bigger shift towards how to target the customer that's searching on AI and what they're looking for, and getting that component in there as far as blogs and other things that drive traffic to your website.
It's going to be interesting to figure out how artificial intelligence sorts out who the real dealer should be that the consumer should go see, right?
Yeah, and I think more than ever, as leading retailers in markets, I think that you can somehow manipulate that in your marketplace to attract those customers in there with the content that you're putting on your website and how you're expressing or advertising your brand out there in your local marketplace.
All right, you had a statistician that presented yesterday and was given some insight on what might be happening in this whole residential remodel category. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was brought to us by the Nebraska Furniture Mart. Had seen him do several presentations, in the home furnishing sector, with furniture and mattresses and other things. And so he was able to bring some insights into some of the trends that have been going on the last few years and trends that will be coming up in the future on the flooring aspect of things. So
don't hold back again now. Here he was optimistic, and he was saying that we're coming into a third-year cycle post-COVID, and that he was thinking that business was going to improve, right?
He was very optimistic on the flooring side of it. He feels that there is definitely a pent-up demand for flooring because it's been so soft the last 24 months or 3 years. And I hope he's right.
All right, so the board's met. What's their focus for the rest of the year?
The focus of the board, again, is always bringing value like we did with the breakout sessions and looking to get more participation from members going forward. I think that we are tweaking the committee chairs. We got Alex Roberts took over the hardwood committee chair, which was exciting. She's going to bring some new ideas and aspects of that. I think that really for the board, they want to get more engagement from the group in those things.
You mentioned Alex Roberts. She's a firecracker. I mean, she's Sam Roberts' daughter. She's young, and she is high energy, and she was joking with me last night. She said, Daddy's going to buy me a new store for my birthday. So she's got it going on, right?
She does. She's terrific. I love Alex. And as the cliche says, an apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
All right. When you start talking about the NFA, I mean, it's a buying group. You have to be invited to come participate. Are you guys going to try to grow?
We are, definitely. I mean, there's some companies out there on our radar that we're looking at, but nothing that I can discuss right now, names I could say right now, but we definitely have a few really good prospects that I think will come to fruition in the near future.
And one thing about the NFA is geographically they can't be next door to another member, right?
That is correct. I'm also seeing a lot of members that are growing internally too with opening stores, so that's exciting too.
Okay, Ian, well, thanks for getting up and spending time with me early this morning. Again, been talking to Ian Newton, the general manager at Flooring 101 and the president of the NFA, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.